Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I've got your first gameplay and overview of the F-16A MLU. This is the Block 20 update, if I'm not mistaken, for the F-16A, and the MLU means Midlife Update. So this is a Rank 8, Battle Rating 11.7 jet fighter for the Chinese air tech tree. So that's right, the Chinese have the most advanced F-16 upon release, which makes this possibly the best fighter upon release once Apex Predators finally comes out. So there are a few differences between this and what we see with the Americans and the Israeli tech tree, for example. So if you could see here, at least when it comes to just how it looks, the tail is a little bit different, very slightly. And additionally, you have these little, I guess, slits right here, slats, if you will, coming out of the front, and, you know, just a little bit different. But notably, the biggest difference is that the F-16A MLU has the addition of Sparrows. That's right, AIM-7F Sparrows, very good long-range missiles. It does have access to them, in addition to AIM-9Ls and the standard AIM-9Ps. Now, you can also use your 2,000-pound bombs, 500-pound bombs, and AGM-65Bs, so this will be still a very much competent close air support aircraft, but again, it does have access to those Sparrows. Now, interestingly, because this is, if I'm not mistaken, again, the Block 20, that means that this might have access to the AMRAAM. And there has been some debate, some speculation, and I believe it may be in the game files, that the AIM-120 AMRAAM may be in the game files, and it may actually release with this update, if not possibly next update. And if there is one vehicle that is sure to get them, it is going to be the F-16A MLU. So that being said, again, this is pretty much going to be your typical F-16 sort of gameplay. But again, it is a little bit different, and this also is supposed to have slightly better avionics, but again, it's not really the case so much. It's not, at least in the dev server, some things are open to change, but the radar is the same, and I believe the avionics on this are more or less the same as the Israeli and the US F-16A. However, I think there is much more potential in the F-16A MLU than either of the other ones. So as I said, let's get into a match or two here, see what we could do, and have a good time. Now, insofar as the gameplay videos from the dev server are concerned, this will likely be my last one. Also, as you can see, this is my fuel tank, my external fuel storage right there, and the drop tank. And once that reaches 0, it will drop off, and it's actually using that first. But that said, again, this will likely be my last dev server gameplay, at least for the Apex Predators update. And just the reason being is because I've been putting out like 3 a day. Not that that's a big deal for me, because that's pretty, you know, easy for me. But at the same token, it just, you know, it's a lot for you guys. And, you know, unless there's some sort of a major update like getting the J-35J or some other, you know, really crazy vehicles that you guys specifically want me to do, I don't really know if it's, you know, worth clogging up your inboxes for. That being said, this is a slightly sharper version of the F-16. I don't know if you guys can really see it. It's a little dark, but the top of the plane looks actually really nice in my opinion. It's just a very good looking plane, but it handles, again, more or less about the same as the F-16A for the Americans, so not really all too much different. I'm going to pop off a flare there. Do that. Looks like I got an enemy over here. A few enemies over here. Got a kill. Perfect. I think that's a bot, but I'll launch a missile on him anyways. Got a second kill. Now, the F-4E is going to be substantially less maneuverable than me. Plus, it also helps in this instance to be a content creator, because I have access to acing out my vehicles, which is quite nice in my opinion. So probably not the best use of an AIM-9L, but I'll do it anyways. And ooh, he missed, or I missed rather. He dodged me. So I'm gonna go put on my air brakes, my flappy boys. Got a critical hit. Perfect. Now in this instance, I do not care so much if I get an assist. Such things happen, and I probably will. Did not. Wow. Okay. This F4 is making a fool out of everybody in this match. Well, by everybody, I mean me. But this should be the killing blow right here, hopefully. 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 What? What? He just absorbed it. You know, of course, I'm gonna, even if I get a kill assist, at this point, that's my kill. That's my kill. But, yeah, I mean, ultimately, this is more or less the same exact plane as what you'll find with the F-16A for the Americans, the nets. You know, of course, there are some loadout differences. I cannot lie about that. But, ultimately, that's pretty much it. I'm going to launch a... Ooh, I thought that launched a little sooner. Still got the kill. Very nice. Now, again, I don't know if I mentioned this specifically, but this does have the most potential, in my opinion, out of all of the whatchamacallits coming to the game, all the F-16s coming to the game as of the Apex Predators. Now, one of the great things about the F-16 that I'm sure you guys could imagine is that there are so many blocks. Like, there's block 15, block 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's just in the F-16A. Then you have all the other blocks, this, that, and the other thing, that have all these different purposes and, you know, different capabilities, this, that. On one hand, it opens up the door for a ton of capabilities, ton of specifications and things of that. But on the other hand, it makes it so that, hey, who's to say that we're not going to get some crazy, ridiculous amounts of F-16s that just clog up the tech tree in every single nation, and it's just F-16 block 5 versus 10, you know, F-16B versus... It might be crazy, you know, and it might end up where everybody's got their own F-16 premium. You know, in the future, I would love to see the F-16 FL, or XL rather, for my own purposes. That would be awesome. But, you know, of course, we'll have to wait and see that if that ever happens. But I'm going to go ahead and land up base. I got 6 kills thus far. And, you know, if there's any sort of enemies left, I might equip bombs when I go back up just to see how this thing is when it comes to air RV bombing. But not so bad thus far. Very capable plane. Oh, that's another thing. This actually has a drogue chute. I do not believe that the regular F-16A for the Americans have drogue chutes. I think. Okay, we have an F-16 here. Gonna launch right now. Hopefully I get a hit. Probably won't. Got a hit with my guns. That is good enough for me, but he killed an ally, I think. So I'm going to possibly turn around. This guy's making me a little nervous. He's still kind of far away, so I'm just going to go and help my ally here. Hopefully we can get him. Perfect, perfect. Come on. Okay, he's going to miss with these missiles. Now, one thing is, I did not equip bombs because I realized that there were way more enemy fighters than I was comfortable with just equipping bombs. So, as you could imagine, that was not what I wanted to do. But I got a nice hit on him. 2 crits with my cannons, I believe. So we should be set to go in for a final kill here, so long as my pilot does not black out. Okay, he's turning. Got another hit, but this time it gets the tail. He's still up, man. This thing is surviving. Holy guacamole. I will give credit to the F-16, man. That thing should not still be up. So we have this F5 here. Gonna launch. We have this J-37. Gonna... Oh, he got me! He got me! Oh, no! Was not expecting that. So, that being said, not too bad. I actually ended up with 7 kills. Cannot complain about that. So let's get into one more match, see what we could do, but not too bad despite dying. Looks like there was only 1 other kill from my team. Let's get into it. So some things to note here. I have a full loadout of weapons with 2 AIM-7F Sparrows, 4 AIM-9Ls, and also 2 2,000-pound bombs. I'm going to see what this can do to that base. Plus, of course, I got my drop tank, had my drop tank, and here we go. So on the F-16, I learned this in my last match, you have to be under a Mach 1 in order to drop your bombs. Unfortunately, I was not aware of that, and thus I had what they would call a bad time. So once I'm done dropping these bombs... Ooh, that's not good. Hopefully he doesn't notice me. Oh, good, he's dead. Well, I mean, not good for him. Good for me. So put these fantastic-looking air brakes on. Drop them 2,000 pounders. Pull up and away, and here we go. That almost destroyed the base. Holy guacamole. Very nice. Wow. So also, one thing to note here, let's talk about the MiG-29 losing its R, what was it, 73, 72, 70, 71, 4, something like that. And it's not going to get them. At least likely. They took them out of the dev server. And I think the reason being is because they want to see if they are really, like, if they're still really, really good. Or if, okay, I'm just going to go for this guy. If they are, you know, if the MiG-29s are still as good as people think they are, okay, I'll deal with an assist. Or if the MiG-29s are going to be a lot weaker than what people think they are. So, yeah, this match, I suspect it's probably about over. Where am I compared to the enemy? Okay, we have Leeuwenhoek. Okay, here we go. This is a possibility. Okay, I'm going to drop my AIM-7 on this fella. Oh, I hope it goes for him. Oh, buddy, that was... I lost him. Okay, let's try this again. Let's lock. You know what? I'm just going to drop it on this fella here. Hope it gets him. Then I'm going to go for... What? Huh? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. This isn't locking either? What is going on here? This is so strange. I have got no clue how this is all happening, but of course it is. I mean, you guys could see it. My AIM-7's completely miffed there. That was very strange. Go forward. Oh, smart guy. Oh, you know what? Very, very smart. I'll give him a ton of credit where credit's due. That dude just played me. Good for him. Well, let's turn back around. I should be able to catch him in a low energy state. I think that's him dropping to the ground now. Oh! I am in a completely dead state here. Isn't this something? I've got 1 kill, and I've expended, what, 4 missiles thus far? Holy guacamole. So that being said, I think that probably about goes over the capabilities of this aircraft. I like the AIM-9s, the AIM-9Ls. They are phenomenal. You know, of course, they are not guaranteed hits, but they do a lot to hold your hand. AIM-7s, of course, they are much better for longer ranges than what I showed off, but, you know, they are phenomenal. AIM-7Fs are phenomenal regardless of the performance of me using them. And also, AMRAAMs, who knows, maybe they are coming with this update. I highly doubt it, but you never know, especially if they include the R-70 something or the others for the MiG-29s. Maybe, just maybe, they include a totally different class of weapons for the Americans just to somehow make it asymmetrically equal, if that makes any sense. But anyways, thanks so much again, guys, for watching. Please, of course, like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your opinions. But either way, I will see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone. Woo! Okay, never mind. I think now I'm about done with this gameplay. Okay, there we go. Okay, thanks so much for watching, guys. Take care. Game over.